Welcome back to another video. Today, we're going to be talking about who I believe is going to make it into March Madness this year. So, right now, as you can see, it is March 15th, 12:50. And let's just look here real quick. There's a few games going on right now. To be honest with you, I'm kind of shocked what's going on. Mississippi State and Tennessee. It'll be interesting to see how that plays out. But it's still early on in the day. By the end of today, even tomorrow, this list of teams that I have could be completely different. But let's start in the ACC. I believe Clemson, Duke, North Carolina, those three teams, they're easily in. I highly doubt they are falling out. Virginia, on the other hand, it's going to be close for them. But I believe Virginia will still be able to get in. And now in the American East, I believe Vermont is going to win. The American East, they're going to win their conference championship and automatically qualify into March Madness. And in the American Athletic, I believe Florida Atlantic, they are going to win their conference just like Vermont and automatically qualify into March Madness. Atlantic Sun, we already know Stetson is in. That's already happened. Don't believe anyone else is getting in from that conference. So Stetson will be in March Madness. That is guaranteed. Nothing is changing that. Atlantic 10 is interesting. This has been like the craziest conference tournament. Like out of all the conference tournaments this year is the Atlantic 10. It's the most unpredictable. St. Joseph's is already beaten the #1 Richmond, and they've beaten George Mason. But I believe St. Joseph's, I don't know why it sounds weird when I say that, but anyways, I believe they are going to win the Atlantic 10, win their conference championship, and get into March Madness. I also believe Dayton will be able to get in as well. But St. Joseph's, we'll have to watch out for them. I think they could be scary in March Madness. I don't know if that's just me, but if they can make it to March Madness, watch out for St. Joseph's. Big Ten, Illinois, Nebraska, Purdue, Wisconsin. I believe those 4 teams should be in. Northwestern and Michigan State, it's pretty close for them. I'm not sure about Michigan. I think Northwestern will be able to get in pretty fine, pretty comfortably. Michigan State, it'll be close, but I still believe they'll be able to get in. Let's see, that's about 6 teams from the Big Ten. Yeah. Alright, let's move on to the Big 12. Baylor, BYU, Houston, Iowa State, Kansas, Texas, Texas Tech. Those 7 teams should comfortably be in. I believe all 7 of those teams will be into March Madness. Also, Oklahoma, TCU, those 2 teams should also get in. But, I know you see it, Cincinnati, even though they lost to Baylor, they've beaten Kansas. I believe Cincinnati is going to be one of the final teams to get in to March Madness. Maybe even the last team, I'm not sure. I believe Cincinnati will make it into March Madness based off their win over Kansas and keeping it close with Baylor. We will have to wait and see. Selection Sunday is only in a couple days. But I highly believe that Cincinnati will barely get in. Alright, let's move on to the Big East. Creighton, Marquette, UConn. Those 3 teams, they're in. They're in. Automatically in, pretty much. I don't think they're automatically in, technically, but they're pretty much getting in. Seton Hall, I don't know about Seton Hall. Right now, I think they'll get in, but we'll have to wait and see if there's any upsets or anything else in other conference tournaments. Providence and St. John's, I think they'll both get in. St. John's is still alive in the Big East tournament. Providence, I believe, is eliminated. I'm not exactly sure. How about we look real quick? Let's go back real quick. Providence. I'm pretty sure they lost or they played today. Let's see. Yes. No. I remember now. Providence beat Creighton. How did I forget that? I'm sorry, y'all. I completely forgot they freaking beat Creighton. Yeah, Providence is definitely getting it. Jeez, I forgot they freaking beat Creighton. So yeah, Providence and St. John's, they're both getting in. We'll have to wait and see about Seton Hall. I think Seton Hall should be able to get in. Alright, Big Sky, Montana State, already won their conference tournament. They're into March Madness. Same for Longwood. They've already won their conference tournament. They are into March Madness. UC Irvine. I believe they will win. They have not won their conference tournament yet. But I believe they will get in. They will win their conference tournament and get to March Madness. So, UC Irvine, I believe, will get in. College of Charleston, they've already won their conference tournament. This chair is squeaky and annoying. And I just hit the camera, my fault. Alright, let's stop messing around. Conference USA. Let's see, what is Sam Houston doing right now? They're up by 10. It's 15 minutes, no, about 16 minutes left in the game. But I believe Sam Houston is going to win their conference tournament and get into March Madness. Oakland has already won their conference tournament, and is into March Madness. They are locked in. Princeton, I believe they are going to win the Ivy League. Not really shocking if they do. Excuse me. Norfolk State, I believe they will win their conference tournament and get into March Madness. Ohio, they might not be the favorites or look like the team to win the Mid-American Conference right now, but I believe Ohio is going to pull it off and win the Mid-American Conference tournament, win their championship, and get in to March Madness. Missouri Valley, Drake, they beat Indiana State. They get in. I think Indiana State is going to unfortunately get robbed and just miss out of making it to March Madness. Unfortunately, I think they should be in. I just don't think they will. But I want them to be in. Alright, Mountain West. Boise State, Nevada, San Diego State, Utah State, Colorado State. I believe all those teams are going to be in, and one of those teams is going to win their conference tournament. So those 5 teams, I believe, will be into March Madness. Wagner has already won the Northeast Conference Championship. They've won the tournament. They're going to March Madness. Morehead State, the same. They are already going to March Madness. They're locked in. Pac-12, Arizona, Washington State should be in comfortably. I think after Colorado's performance last night against Utah, and if Colorado can keep it close against Washington State tonight, I believe they will get in to March Madness. I want them to because I'm an Oklahoma City Thunder fan. Jalen Williams' younger brother, Cody Williams, is on Colorado. Want to see him in the tournament. Want to see what he can do. But anyways, Patriot League. Colgate has already won it. They are locked into March Madness. And now the SEC. Alabama, Auburn, Florida, Kentucky, South Carolina, Tennessee, Texas A&M, all should be in comfortably into March Madness. But I am now starting to wonder, will Mississippi State make it in? Because I made this before this game, and look at Mississippi State, 38-19. So, don't be surprised if Mississippi State makes it in. I would say right now, I would probably replace Texas A&M with Mississippi State. If Mississippi State beats Tennessee, I would replace Texas A&M with Mississippi State. But if Mississippi State loses, I'd still have Texas A&M in. Alright, the Southern. Samford has already won it. South Dakota State has already won it. James Madison already won it. Those 3 teams are already locked into March Madness. Now, the SWAC. Southwestern Athletic Conference. I believe Bethune-Cookman might not seem like the team who's going to win it, but I believe they're going to pull off the upset, and they will get into March Madness because they've won their conference tournament. And now, Grand Canyon. They have been fantastic all season. I believe they're going to win their conference tournament, get into March Madness, and now we're down to 2. You see St. Mary's, they've already won it. They're locked in to March Madness. They've won their conference tournament. And I believe Gonzaga should be able to get in pretty comfortably. But now, real quick, before I look at ESPN's updated NCAA bracketology for March 15th, let's look at some of the games that are happening today. As you see, Purdue, Michigan State, that's a pretty close one. If Michigan State beats Purdue, I would for sure 100% have Michigan State into March Madness. Sam Houston, I believe they will probably be able to hold on and win. Same for South Florida. But it sucks, because if South Florida doesn't win their conference tournament, I don't think they're going to be able to get into March Madness. Mississippi State, that's going to be interesting. If they win, I think they'll be in. Now, Wisconsin and Northwestern. That should be a close game. UAB, Wichita State, that's going to be interesting. Western Kentucky, Middle Tennessee. This is the game right here. Bethune-Cookman, Grambling State. 2 o'clock. Tune in or keep up with the game if you're not able to watch it. Because I believe Bethune, I do apologize if I'm saying that wrong. I don't know if I'm saying Bethune-Cookman right. I believe they will pull off the upset over Grambling State. I mean, look, their record, Grambling State just has one more win and one less loss than Bethune-Cookman. So they're pretty evenly matched if you think about it. I believe, and their 2 games they played this year, I'm pretty sure Grambling State's won both of them. I think they won the first by 10, the second by 9. So Bethune-Cookman has been keeping it pretty close with Grambling State. So I believe Bethune-Cookman will beat Grambling State and will move on and end up winning their conference tournament. South Carolina, Auburn, that should be close. Kent State pulled off that upset in the first round. Jeez, I can't even remember who they beat. Let's see. That's bothering me. Toledo, that's right. They pulled off the upset against Toledo. And now have moved on to the second round in the conference tournament. Against, who are they playing against? I think I went past them. They're playing against Bowling Green. Oops. I apologize about that. This is actually touchscreen if you didn't know that. No one cares about you, Trump. No one cares about Trump. Go away. Trump. No one. Okay, I apologize. I apologize. Trump, bro. Alright, but anyways. Here we go. St. John's, UConn. That'll be interesting. I hope it's a good game there. I hope they can keep it close. I have a feeling UConn might blow them out. We'll just see. Howard, Norfolk State, Quinnipiac, St. Peter's. That'll be interesting. I think St. Peter's can keep it close. I don't know if they can win. Ohio State, there's no way they're beating Illinois. There's no way. Florida Atlantic, they should win. Houston and Texas Tech, that'll be pretty interesting. Pittsburgh, I don't know if they'll be able to pull it off. Providence and Marquette, that'll be an interesting game. That's a game you need to tune into. Providence and Marquette, that should be a close game. Alabama A&M and Texas Southern. I think Alabama A&M will probably win that game. Sorry, I keep bumping the camera. Alright, Baylor, Iowa State should be a good game. Alabama and Florida, maybe, I'm not sure. Utah State, San Diego State should be a good game. I'm interested to see if NC State can keep it close with Virginia and actually pull off an upset. And I'm watching this game. Colorado, Washington State. Come on, Cody, let's have a good game tonight. But anyways, let's look at ESPN's 60-18 bracketology. Updated today, 3/15/24. Also at 1, just in the AM, not PM. As you see here, top overall seed is Purdue. First team out is New Mexico, and the last team in is Texas A&M. Kind of the same deal. I have Texas A&M in. I don't have New Mexico in. Let's see. Last 4 byes: Michigan State, Mississippi State, Oklahoma, St. John's. I don't have Mississippi State in yet, but I might in like an hour if they pull off the upset against Tennessee. Last 4 in: Texas A&M, Virginia, Colorado, Seton Hall. So, okay, I see. I think, for me, I think everything was pretty close. I think the main difference is I have Providence in. They've impressed me. They've beaten Creighton. They beat someone else. I don't know why I can't remember. In their conference tournament. Providence over Mississippi State. Even I'd put Providence over Seton Hall. We'll just have to wait and see what happens. I don't have any faith in Villanova. They almost lost to DePaul, man. DePaul. Alright, so it looks like they have Grambling State winning their conference tournament and being in. Montana State's already in. They got Seton Hall and Virginia. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see about Seton Hall. Norfolk State and Wagner. Colorado and Texas A&M. Their top overall seed is Purdue. Let's see. Boise State is an 8. Dayton is a 9. McNeese they have as a 12. They have VCU. I think they're going off the highest seed because Grambling was the 1. VCU's technically the highest at the 5. So yeah, I think we're going off the highest seed for conference tournaments they have that haven't won it yet. But anyways, let's look here. Ooh, sorry. I can do this. Zoom in, zoom out. Okay. So Kansas drops to 4. I would be surprised if they fall to the 5, honestly. If, like, we get... I don't know, actually. I think Tennessee... If they lose, Tennessee will probably fall to, like, a 2 or 3. But I don't know about Kansas. We'll just have to wait and see, like I said. Kentucky against Akron, Gonzaga, and Oklahoma. I think Oklahoma, they had a really easy non-conference schedule. So they're like 10-0. And then conference play started. It just didn't go too well for them. I mean, I'm a huge Oklahoma fan. That's my team. I don't know, man. This year, I just don't feel like we're not going to be able to do much. Prove me wrong, please. Please prove me wrong. I'll be more than happy if you prove me wrong. I'm just not sure about Oklahoma. But let's see here. They have Florida Atlantic at the 8, TCU at the 9, South Florida, because they're the 1 in their conference tournament, 1 seed. BYU as a 5. Samford, 13. They got James Madison at 11 and Nevada at 6. Baylor, Oakland, they got Drake at a 10. Arizona's a 2 for now. If Tennessee loses, I think Arizona could move up to a 1. Alright, don't want to do that. Alright. Go back up here. UConn. If you're a 16 seed and you have to play UConn, it's done. Like, yes, you made it here, but you're playing against UConn. You don't have much of a chance. Alright, they got Nebraska and Texas. Washington State at a 5. Princeton, Charleston, Vermont to 14. Iowa State at a 2. Iowa State's impressed me this year, honestly. Like, OU beat them way back early in the season. And, like, after that, Iowa State turned it up. They got Houston at the 1. So, Houston, North Carolina. It was UConn and Purdue. So, they don't even have Tennessee as a 1. They probably have them as a 2. Let's see. Yes. Maybe. Yes. They have them at a 2. Down here playing in good old Charlotte. Against Colgate. I'm going to make another video reacting to when bracketology. What am I saying? I'm going to make another video of reacting to Selection Sunday when the full brackets are released. And then I'll make another video predicting who I think will. Just predicting my bracket, basically. There'll be 2 separate videos. But here, you can pause if you want. Take a look here. If I miss your favorite team, you want to see where ESPN has them in the bracketology, I'll let y'all pause it so you can see where your team's at. But I think that's going to be about it for this video. It's going to be close, like I said, only a couple more days till Selection Sunday. I'm going to be really interested in seeing who wins the conference tournaments, especially like the Atlantic 10, let me go back. I want to see the SWAC, who wins it there. I want to see who wins the, who wins the Mountain West. I want to see who wins Mid-American. Like I said, even Conference USA might be a little interesting. Atlantic 10, though, that's what I'm intrigued into. That's what I'm going to be focusing on the most. But yeah, I guess that's going to be the end of this video. I'm getting excited for March Madness, y'all. Best time of the season to be a basketball fan. Michigan and Purdue, that's a close game. I'll have to keep an eye on that. 1:14 left. But that is the end for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. And yeah, I guess I'll see you all in a couple days when Selection Sunday rolls around and we find out where the brackets are, who's in, who's out. But until then, I will see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed. See you next time. Peace.